Have you ever wondered how some people seem to have endless motivation while others struggle to get out of bed? Let's face it, motivation is not just a buzzword. It's the fuel that drives us, pushing us to reach our true potential. Imagine it as the engine of a car. Without it, the car won't move. And just like that car, without motivation, our dreams, our ambitions, they all stand still. In the world of entrepreneurship, motivation is the bedrock of success. It's what gets the gears of innovation and productivity turning. It's what makes an entrepreneur rise at dawn, burning the midnight oil, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's that little voice in their head that says, "Keep going, you're almost there." Think about some of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time. Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk. What do they all have in common? They all possess an unyielding motivation to succeed. Let's take the story of Sarah Blakely, for instance. She's the founder of Spanx, a billion-dollar company. But before she made her mark, she was selling fax machines door to door. One day, frustrated with the lack of comfortable undergarments on the market, she decided to create her own. It was her unwavering motivation that led her to create a product that revolutionized the clothing industry. Yet, motivation isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's also about the journey, the challenges we overcome, the lessons we learn, the growth we experience. It's about getting back up when we fall, dusting ourselves off, and saying, "I can do this." Motivation isn't a magic potion. It doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's a mindset, a way of thinking. It's about setting goals, having a clear vision, and relentlessly pursuing it. So the question is not whether we have motivation or not. We all do. The question is, how do we tap into it? How do we harness this incredible force within us? That's right, motivation is not a secret ingredient. It's a mindset. And today we're going to explore how to harness it. Did you know that motivation is more than just a feeling? It's a science. Yes, you heard it right. Motivation is a complex interplay of biochemical processes in your brain. At the heart of it all is a neurotransmitter you've probably heard of, dopamine. Often dubbed as the feel-good chemical, dopamine has a much more intricate role when it comes to motivation. Dopamine is released when your brain is expecting a reward. When you're looking forward to that delightful cup of coffee in the morning or that sense of accomplishment after a workout, it's dopamine that's pulling the strings. This anticipation prompts us to act, whether that means getting out of bed early or pushing through a tough task. But here's the fascinating part. It's not just about the dopamine that's already there in your brain, it's about the dopamine your brain expects to receive. When we say expect, we're talking about prediction. Your brain is continually predicting future rewards and punishments, and these predictions play a major role in driving your behavior. Understanding this science behind motivation can be a game changer. You can effectively hack your brain's reward system to increase your motivation. How, you ask? By setting up a series of small, achievable goals, you can keep your brain's reward system humming, continually releasing dopamine and driving you forward. It's also important to note that motivation isn't a constant. It ebbs and flows based on various factors, including your physical health, emotional state, and environment. That's why self-care and creating a positive environment are also essential for maintaining motivation. Another critical factor is resilience. Disappointments and setbacks can disrupt your brain's reward predictions, reducing dopamine release and motivation. But by building resilience, you can help your brain readjust its predictions and keep the dopamine flowing. So the next time you're feeling unmotivated, remember that it's not you, it's your brain. And there's a way to hack it. Now that we understand the science behind motivation, let's dive into some strategies to stay motivated. First off, setting clear and achievable goals is a fundamental step in fueling your motivation. Picture your end game. What is it that you want to achieve? Is it launching a new business? Or perhaps you're aiming to run a marathon. Whatever it may be, having a clear vision of your end goal helps you stay focused and motivated. It's like having a destination plugged into your mental GPS. You know where you're headed, and that keeps you moving forward. But here's the kicker. Your goals should be SMART. That's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. A goal like becoming the next Elon Musk is admirable, but it's not exactly smart. Instead, set goals like launch my first product by the end of the year or increase my business profits by 10% in the next 6 months. These are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Next up, break down your tasks into manageable chunks. This is where the saying, "Rome wasn't built in a day," comes into play. Big goals can be overwhelming, and that can zap your motivation. But when you break down your tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks, it becomes less intimidating. Think of it as climbing a mountain. You don't just leap to the top, you take it one step at a time. Before you know it, you're standing at the peak, looking down at how far you've come. Now here's a fun one: rewards. Who doesn't love a good reward? After completing a task or achieving a mini goal, reward yourself. This could be anything from a break to catch up on your favorite show, a delicious treat, or even a mini vacation. The point is to celebrate your accomplishments no matter how small. This not only boosts your mood, but also reinforces the positive behavior of completing tasks. Finally, maintain a positive mindset. This isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is rosy. It's about acknowledging the hurdles and choosing to focus on the potential for growth and success. Remind yourself of why you started in the first place. What was that spark that ignited your passion? Hold on to that. It's your beacon of motivation. Remember, staying motivated is not a one-time task. It's a continuous process. It's about waking up each day and choosing to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep striving. And the beauty of it all, with each step you take, with each goal you achieve, you're not only getting closer to your ultimate goal, but you're also becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. So keep that motivation burning. The journey may be long, but oh, is it worth it? So we've talked about the science of motivation and how to stay motivated. But how does this all tie into entrepreneurship? Well, let's dive right into it. The world of entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. It's a roller coaster ride filled with highs and lows, success and failure, excitement and exhaustion. And what keeps an entrepreneur going through all this? You guessed it, motivation. Think about it. Motivation is the fuel that drives the entrepreneurial spirit. It's the spark that ignites the flame of creativity, the driving force behind problem solving, and the resilience to keep going when the going gets tough. When an entrepreneur is motivated, they're able to think outside the box, to come up with innovative solutions to problems that others may not even see. They're able to see the bigger picture, to envision a future that others might deem impossible. This creativity, this ability to dream and imagine, is a key trait of successful entrepreneurs, and it's motivation that fuels this creativity. Motivation also plays a crucial role in problem solving. Being an entrepreneur means facing challenges and obstacles on a daily basis. It's not a question of if you'll encounter problems, but when. And when these problems arise, it's motivation that pushes an entrepreneur to find solutions, to overcome these hurdles and keep moving forward. But perhaps one of the most important roles of motivation in entrepreneurship is fostering resilience. Entrepreneurship is a journey filled with setbacks and failures. But it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. And it's motivation that gives an entrepreneur the strength to rise every time they fall, to learn from their failures and use them as stepping stones to success. In the world of entrepreneurship, motivation is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's the driving force that propels an entrepreneur forward, that pushes them to transcend their limits and achieve their goals. In entrepreneurship, motivation is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. So, we've learned a lot about motivation today, but remember, knowledge is useless without action. We've delved into the power of motivation, unpacked its science, and explored practical strategies to keep that motivational flame burning. We've also highlighted how crucial motivation is in the world of entrepreneurship. But what's next? It's time to take all these insights and implement them in your own life. Theories and strategies are great, but their true power lies in their application. If you're craving more motivational content, hit that subscribe button. We'll be serving up daily doses of inspiration right here on this channel. Remember, you have the power to change your life. Start today. And if you found this video helpful, why not share it with someone who might need a little motivation boost? Also, don't forget to check out the description for some really interesting links and resources. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments section or over on Instagram at Namesusie. See you in the next video.